again. It's Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit, talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week. And we are so glad that you have joined us. Steve Post in our MRN studios in Concord, North Carolina, joined as I always am from the Lethal Chassis Studios and up in Pennsylvania, Ashley Stremme. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
I'm great. Port Royal Speedway got back underway
Oh,
this past weekend, and it was a beautiful weekend at that. So everything's right in the world here in central Pennsylvania.
Juniata County is back alive because the Speed
It
Palace is
is.
back up and running, huh? Man, I'll tell you what, now it's the countdown to the fair. Now just all kinds of races and the countdown to the fair. That is cool. Neat stuff.
It's true. It's so true.
There is nothing like this time of year. There's just nothing like this time of year. I mean, I know opening nights are regular nights, and sometime now Port seems like they had a really good opening night. Opening nights sometimes are a little bit cumbersome, but I'll tell you, the anticipation of opening night, it doesn't matter where you're at and when I did an opening night for the Smart Modifieds down here in North Carolina, and the energy and excitement, there is nothing better than opening night at your local track.
It's true. The energy, the excitement to just finally that cabin fever is finally gone because you're back doing what you love.
No doubt about it. And it's also fun that now we're up and running. You know, Dirt Vision has races. Pennsylvania's running. We're going to add Ohio here in a few weeks. We'll get the All-Stars back in action. So we finally have that social aspect of our life. I sit around in the wintertime, and I know there's something missing because I'm not on Twitter or not checking out Jeremy Elliott's site, what's going on. So the season is up and running, and when we look at it, Outlaws are rocking and rolling, headed west, all kinds of good stuff happening. It's March, and we're rolling.
It's true. The more and more I think about it, though, I really love the all-star schedule.
Yeah.
You get to Florida, you get out of the cold weather, you get to do some racing if you choose to, but then, we don't really start till April. I really love that mentality.
Yeah, I used to the track I worked for, Pencan Speedway in Susquehanna. The promoter was always one that would wait until right around the 1st of May to start, and he would always end up on Labor Day weekend. And it was like, well, you run a short season, and he said, yes, but you run such a risk in the spring. We see all these tracks opening in March. You run such a risk. You can hit a home run, or you can strike out. And the other thing he talked about is just how many races can racers support during the course of a year. When you look at your season in Pennsylvania there, Ashley, I mean, it's full-time now through middle of November. Now, for those teams that choose to run full-time, that's a lot of racing, and that's a lot to ask out of these teams and their budgets as well.
As well as the fans,
Yeah.
that's a pass every single weekend. If you want to fill those stands, the fans have to put out too. So it's just a lot, and I think football, we talk about how successful it is because it's such a short little window. Everybody just gets so excited, and before you know it's over and you want more, where sprint car racing or racing in general seems to keep giving more when maybe we shouldn't be, but
Absolutely.
not trying to be negative Nancy here.
No, absolutely. Let's do this. Let's take a quick lap around the sprint car world and talk a little bit about what is going on. Turn number 1, logging a win at Lincoln, is Anthony Macri, the Concrete Kid. His 4th at the track. Jim Shuttlesworth and him. Looked like they have that car dialed up pretty good on the short track there, Ashley, as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then a 6th place at Port Royal. So not too bad this past weekend.
There we go. So Anthony Macri off to a good start. That's turn number 1. Turn number 2, the Dream Team continues. Yes, Lance Dewees picks up the win on the opener at Port Royal. Lance, Davey, Don Kreitz Jr., Ashley, it doesn't look like they've missed a step during the offseason.
Well, you would have thought different on Bug Day. They were not great the day before. They went home. Lance took the car home. Donald went through the car, brought it back. 120th win. They figured something out overnight.
Do you realize that the man from Mifflintown, that number that seemed like it was never going to be reached, 129, could be reached by Lance Dewees? You believe that?
It's getting close.
It's getting close, that's for sure. Turn number 3, 5 hours for $5,000. I love this one. Mitchell Facinto, I love his tweet on Monday. Woke up 5:27 a.m. Leave for Silver Dollar Speedway 6 a.m. Win $5,700 at the Silver Cup. Back home in bed at 5:03. Not a bad 24-hour window of time for them and that Tarleton team.
Definitely not. It made the trip home a little bit better, I'm sure.
I'm sure it did. And finally, turn number 4, Texas Heat. Sheldon Audenshield and Carson Macedo master the Texas two-step, and we will talk with Sheldon here on Wing Nation in just a moment. Stay with us, everyone. Going to be great catching up with Sheldon.